see whether I got to go next. Say again? Oh, yeah, it did. But it's done. Poor soldiers, they were in their weight room just working out, and I come in and blast them. Can you breathe now? And you're like, and I'm stuffed up again. Yep, already came down there.
What was
You, sir, are dead. The one that bought the game, or? Ah. East Coast. You know where the East Coast is? I know. You like east of here?
Need is on that terminal. I'll see if I can find.
I mean, technically, you would be right.
The terminal's locked, which is no surprise. See if you can find some method to bypass its passcode.
Ooh, what does that? Where did that revolver go?
Did you hear that? I think something may have unlocked. I think this may unlock the terminal, but the tug mechanism appears compromised. I shall hold it. You attempt to gain access to the machine. You must finish me.
Consul Thoreau,
I'm sure you're surprised to be receiving
No, I
this
said okay.
message, and
I think you said you're
thus
going to be right
I can
back.
assume you already know my intent. Even considering aligning myself against the Sovereign is like sticking my hand in boiling oil. Yet my dead charges spur me forward. 10 scores of Arcadia's finest, at least 10 scores, died in defense of Golden Ridge. And does the region lie in our control? No. We fled like sprats, all at Varric's behest. I shall lower myself to work with you, Consul. I will help you uphold your plan to...
Yeah.
What in blazes? How long have you been standing there? What did you hear?
I cannot believe
That makes sense.
what I heard. I cannot. Actually, it wasn't. Perhaps at first, until I discerned her true intentions.
I would
My
agree with that though, because I
mentor
think sometimes
hated the console.
I'll listen
and
to a
was
song because I
deeply
either want
devoted the
to
Sovereign.
work
She
through the
never
emotion
speak
or
thus,
stay in that emotion.
unless she was trying to lure the console into a trap.
Rao, you really ought to have a sit-down. Were this anyone except your mentor, you'd see this for what it is.
What I'm proposing is eminently plausible. It may be beyond you to see her machinations, but it's obvious to me that this was merely an intricate play. It's all that makes sense. It's not obvious to me. You didn't know her. Wait, do you hear that?
Arbiter Rao, I finally got you. Submit quietly to the Protectorate's justice for your manifold transgressions.
Are you insane? Who are you? And on whose authority do you claim to judge me?
My name is Junior Arbiter Mayhall, and I operate on Arbiter Mandate, as you did once. Now, no questions. This is already going to be difficult enough.
It's logical. The Sentinels have all but taken over central control. It stands to reason the few Arbiters still trained here would only be Sentinels in armored regalia.
I cannot deny that central control has changed, but... what am I saying? I need not defend myself from the likes of you.
Enough! This has been an unpleasant day and my patience is gone. Your accusations are baseless, and accosting a higher-ranked Arbiter is grounds for arbitration.
They're far from baseless. You stand accused of abandoning your post, of infiltrating Protectorate facilities with opaque aims, and of hampering the Protectorate war effort. There's no discussion to be had with criminals. I needed to see firsthand that Arbiter Rao had abandoned his station. He has, and must meet my judgment.
These accusations of yours are slander. If you believe false bravado shall save you from my wrath, you're sorely mistaken.
Oh yeah.
At Oculus,
Like,
and
you
again
love
at
yourself
the
that
Vox,
much?
You showed me that the law may be interpreted. Clemency can be granted where before it would be unthinkable. Here my sense of duty clamors to be answered. But as much as it surprises me to admit it, I think you're correct. To this recruit, I've diverged from the path of righteousness. Slaying her for sincerely trying to do what is right would be a farce of justice. I would not. But I know the reality of swaying an Arbiter from their chosen path. It's likely this situation may devolve into violence regardless.
What is this insanity? I would could never imagine an Arbiter balking from their chosen course. I had hoped Arbiter Rao would come to his senses, but obviously to no avail. I may not wish to judge him. I may not understand what has come over him. It is of no consequence. His crimes against the Protectorate are all that matters.
The ex-Protectorate subject there had been mentally refreshed. Killing him would have accomplished nothing, despite his crimes, as he was merely a pawn to someone else.
That's even worse than I thought. You chose not to do your duty, and expect telling me so would soften my decision to judge you?
The Supreme Arbiter taught me to follow my own sense of justice. And I have. Use your mind. Think about what I did. What you intend to do. Is this moral? Is this right?
Oof. Burp came up with a little, yeah.
What of it? Someone has to stop him.
Ironic. You came here to judge me for much the same reason I have, as you so claim, deserted. I chose to investigate the Supreme Arbiter's death on my own. You chose to investigate my departure on your own. You seek to judge me for the very crime you are guilty of.
That's impossible. I refuse to believe we both could be guilty if we were simply following what we were taught.
We don't know that for certain, but to an onlooker without our knowledge, it could seem that way. And such presumed traitorousness would be very confusing.
Even the Supreme Arbiter has struggled with this? That doesn't seem possible. But I suppose there's no way to ask her now. I shall trust your words. Consider my hand stayed. I can see that judging Tristan would only rob the Protectorate of another of its servants. It seems I must reflect on this matter.
It would appear we're in agreement. Neither of us shall raise a hand against the other. I'm pleased.
Yeah, I bet he is. Just remind him that abstaining from violence ain't the same as chocolates and flowers.
So, what course of action do we take now?
It's important for an Arbiter to use their forebrain. Next time you encounter something as strange as a loyal Arbiter diverging from the path of righteousness, investigate. You may find more questions than answers. But deciphering them and interpreting justice as best we can.
Uphold justice in my way. I'll attempt to remember that, Arbiter Rao. Thank you.
Glory to the Protectorate, Junior Arbiter. Make me proud. I'm pleased we were able to resolve that altercation peaceably. Robbing Arcadia of an enthusiastic recruit would have given me little joy.
Huh. You beginning to wean yourself off of eating the shoe polish? This is a good turn, Rao.
You know, I'd even venture to say she reminded me just a little of myself as a lad. I assure you, I was once there. Any Arbiter of note must build their character on a foundation of enthusiasm. All this excitement did not make me forget the confession on the Supreme Arbiter's terminal. I have to bring it to Virgil. Together, we can discover exactly what transpired. Agreed. I'm not sure of his whereabouts since last we encountered him. I'll send him a message. With luck, we'll hear from him before long.
see.
I'm glad we made it off Greater Tranquility Station. Presumably the delegates did as well. I'm pleased we prevented their murder. But they remain my enemies, peddling a false peace. I only hope we do not pay for this decision in the future. But let us focus on the task at hand, saving Arcadia from the rifts.
Hey, need something?
Wait to hear from Virgil. Tristan said he would message Virgil upon return to the ship. Now, wait for Virgil to respond. Okay. Well, I asked if you were going to play. You said no, so I didn't think you wanted me to. Are you going to switch over and play it? Oh. Hmm.
I'm begging, Marisol. Just one little tidbit, anything. What you know about killing could probably fill several volumes.
And their appendices, all neatly sourced with footnotes and cross-referenced. But I'll spare you all that reading with this one piece of advice. You expend too much energy posturing. Less is more when it comes to killing. And there are much more efficient ways to remove someone from the equation.
Yeah, but I wager they're not half as entertaining.
You would be surprised. I once eliminated a lab archivist just by secretly replacing all his bases with acids. I assure you his death was most diverting.
This unit is now at maximum efficiency. The overall likelihood of the team's total annihilation have been greatly reduced. Current status: optimal. The Earth Directorate thanks you for your service in upgrading your Valerie unit. Reimbursement for parts and labor is not available at this time. Never clean your own suppurating wound again. Choose Valerie.
Huh. Distracted, sidetracked. All the same. Sleepy. Brain fog. Oh, are we on Praetor right now? Oh, we are on Praetor. I thought I did too. What's Ermagerd? I have done that before. I've also done where I thought I was shooting him with one kind of weapon, and then all of a sudden I realized it's not, and I could have killed him much easier with a different weapon. Well, that part's fun. Hey, Killjoy was on a mummy. I did not want to go out there. All right. I do too. I like sniping for like the first 2 shots, and then I like to go guns a-blazing. No toy, said the cat. Alright, so I need to go out. Oh, I guess I could do that one first. Even though I'll probably get my ass kicked. I did it again! I meant to go back into my ship to use the auto dock machine so that I could take away my toxicity. I go in there and I go in my inventory and I like change my weapon and go back out. I'm like, God damn it, I forgot to go to the auto dock. I had to load back into the ship. That is funny.
This unit has an inquiry for you, Trooper Silong.
Oh yeah? Let's hear it.
Are the stipulations of your contracts with Auntie's Choice similar to this unit's instructional parameters?
Huh. I know Auntie's Choice would love if signing on the dotted line were as binding as programming. No, I'm free to operate outside what they tell me I can do, with consequences. Programming don't allow for that. Unless it does. Wait, does it?
You talk to God?
This unit is unable to continue this conversation at this time.
Oh yeah.
Caution, Commander. Omnipresent high voltage.
Oh there. Approach the gate and identify yourself if you're looking for access. Well, of all the improbable sights I'd never imagined to actually see, Folks simply wandering around the Badlands of Praetor would be near the top of that list. I've not the mind to solve the equation that demonstrates how unlikely it is you've survived
part of the
enemy
orders here.
combatants, hostile critters, and endless
Oh, I
lightning
wouldn't
in
think
near
to
equal measure. Is that so? Amusingly enough, I'm inclined to believe you, which means you might be just the help Exemplar Simon's been waiting for. He is in the lab atop the hydraulicalized lift. Ironically, the lift was struck by lightning while the station was being reset and is stuck in its raised position. There is a trail that leads to the top. Just mind the jump onto the platform, and don't touch anything glowing, sparking, or obviously shedding lightning on your way there. And given the situation we find ourselves in, I'll be leaving the gate charged unless you're ready to pass through it. Just approach, and I'll power it down for you.
What? The game makes you think you have to go somewhere else when really you could have gotten somewhere faster. Yes. And you could have just fast traveled. This game does it as well, but it's a lot, the map's a lot better. The thing you have to watch out in this game is sometimes, when you get a new quest, it will not give you the quest that you just got. It won't stay on your current quest unless it's the main story quest, because sometimes it reverts your quest log to the main story quest where you're like, oh, I actually have to go all the way over here. And in all reality, since it changed it to this main story quest, you're like completely like going the wrong direction now. Yeah.
Unseen.
Oh yeah, I am way too weak for this monster. But yeah, I won't be doing that mission. It's you get these like really hard beasts to fight, but this one by like closing a rift, like a portal kind of thing. But this one was like it's meant for like end game shit because it has like 40,000 health, and there's no way in hell that I'm
You're about to enter territory controlled by
have that much.
choice. Act accordingly, or you'll end up as close friends with the inside of a Raptidon.
Well, looks. Okay, good. I'm allowed to enter.
You know, I reckon half the corpses in here end up as Raptidon chow.
Yes, and?
I spent some time as a Raptidon training assistant. Like in my final severance pages, one of the Raptidons I trained me to be. Boy, stop! I don't want to listen to you jaw about this.
Saw something like this just before Auntie's Choice
That's
took
right,
over
folks.
Tau Ceti.
Keep the chanting going.
Didn't end well for the bosses.
I can see
if
the
you
overseer
won't
up in her
sleep
office.
for 8,
And we're definitely making her miserable.
Stimulates! Others get the exact same pay, but only work 12-hour days! With no rest and no downtime, we shouldn't pay for Adrena time! No more bottles on factory floors! Time for unlocked bathroom doors! We don't want to make demands, but no more peeing in bottles and cans! With no rest and no downtime, we shouldn't pay for Adrena time! If you won't let us sleep for 8, you can't charge us for stimulates! Others get the exact same pay, but only work 12-hour days!
Pussy? You've told me that before. You're the one that told me, so you are nasty. Like, that information was forced on me. Uh-huh. No what?
No more bottles on factory floors! Time for unlocked bathroom doors! We don't want to make demands, but no more peeing in bottles and cans! With no rest and no downtime, we shouldn't pay for Adrena time!
Alright, so then when do I have to go? Break the strike. Oh, break the strike.
No more bottles on factory!
Welcome, fellow disgruntled worker. Can't say I recognize you. You come from a different plant to support our cause? We're causing trouble. We just found out that we're basically slave labor. And now we're learning to stand up for ourselves. We need the proletariat to yield to, worker subjugation by xenophobic proxy? No, that ain't right. But it's something that sounds super fancy when Will explains it. Honestly, we just want to eat, sleep, and relieve ourselves on a reasonable schedule. But the damn overseer... I think she's getting rich off of breaking our backs. I ain't sure how you're gonna get in. This door is barred from the inside, and I don't think there's another way in on the ground floor.
On the ground floor, you saying?
If you won't let us sleep for 8, you can't charge us for stimulates!
Let's see if I can find another way in. Well, looky here.
This ain't like any negotiation I ever been a part of. Not that I've been part of many.
I guess while I'm in their factory, I might as well steal everything that they make.
Others get the exact same pay, but only work 12-hour days!
We've got a sanctioned, non-employee professional.
We don't want to make demands, but no more peeing in...
You're wanted for crimes against Auntie's choice. Make ready your bits, or make peace with the architect.
Commander, if you'd like to have me handle this, I'm more than able. We've got the executive blessing to do company business as we see fit. You don't want to contradict Auntie herself, do you?
No, ma'am. Never. Please, excuse me.
That's probably the last time that little story gets us out of trouble. I'd rather not fight my own people, so keep your nose clean, yeah?
If you won't let us sleep for 8, you can't charge us for stimulates!
Machines have been off for a week. Can't believe what I'm losing on Adrenatime and Anti-Fizzo's Num-Rum.
Welcome to Auntie's Fine Product Revitalization Center, where we create tomorrow's brands today. I assume you are the disruption ameliorator from home office? It was about damn time you got here. This labor stoppage has put us almost a full week behind schedule and is making me look quite the fool. Some ne'er-do-wells, have incited our workers to halt all work. They've taken to making demands and carrying on about basic dignity and human rights. It should go without saying that such flights of fantasy have no place inside Auntie's Choice. And if we were still in Tau Ceti, they would face grave consequences.
I reckon she's got her wires crossed. Basic dignity is what Auntie's Choice promised us when we signed up, so long as we were good at our work. And while we might have faced grave consequences back on Tau Ceti, it was under old management, who were trounced rather thoroughly in the end, I might add.
Nevertheless, here we must focus on getting these ingrates back to work and remind them that they're damn lucky to have Auntie's Choice to dedicate their lives to. You're asking me? That clearly is your domain. Running this invaluable facility on Auntie's behalf is mine. As a managerial administrativist, and when I say I, it is critical that you understand that as director of this facility, I should effectively be treated as though I were an executive. Is that clear? Well, there's no call for rudeness. It's unnecessary, unprofessional, and distracts us from the important business that I have the direct authority to dispatch you upon. This plant relabels dated items with new Auntie's Choice trademarks and slogans. It is critical to keeping revitalized products on the shelf for consumers hungry for something new. So, the workers may be unhappy, but they must realize their comfort is a distant second to Auntie's delivery schedule. Or in short, they need to get back to work. My workers are striking people now? How very alarming. We must resolve this before things get even further out of hand. We've only got a few guards, and they've got a lot of skulls. Plus, they may have made mention that if a ruckus starts, they'll make sure it includes me. So we're apt to try a parley first. That is, my team insists. They're very protective. They, cherish me. Yes, they cherish me. They've appointed some kind of leader, and he's the one you have to talk to. His name is, Dummy? No, that's not right. Dunce? Dummer. Dumbly?
This lady, she doesn't...
Dunbar. It's Dunbar.
Just doesn't know her worker's name, which is funny.
If I'm honest, my gaze is purely focused up the ladder, not down it. I am a very important upper, middle, lower manager, and the way I advance that status scantily involves learning the names and faces of my peons. Their value is in providing their minuscule contribution to this mighty and prestigious corporation. And by providing their maximal effort, they allow me to ascend, vacating this position so that one of their undistinguished masses can fill it, thereby becoming distinguished. Good in your system. But here in Arcadia, it is Auntie's needs we cater to, and right now, her need is you convince Dumbly Dunbar to get back to work.
It's that purple
demands, but I can't be
energy.
bothered to remember what they were. They alter the generous terms Auntie offers, and so are egregious and should be rejected. You will find him up on the landing pad with some of his minions. Go help him understand the situation so everyone can get back to work. That clear? Yes, well, I'm sure you'll manage. Auntie has faith in you, therefore I shall too. Best of luck to you. Remember that your actions don't just reflect on you, you are also representing me, which is to say, you are also representing Auntie. Do us proud.
Others get the exact same pay, but only work 12-hour days! No more bottles on factory floors! Time for unlocked bathroom doors! With no rest and no downtime, we shouldn't pay for Adrena time!
Well, that door's barred.
That's right, folks. Keep the chanting going.
If you won't let us
The
sleep
officer
for
has
8,
in her office,
you can't
and we're
charge her for
definitely making it
stimulating.
miserable.
I ain't aiming to seem rude, but I got a lot to deal with right now. Unless this is mighty important, I'll respectfully ask to be left to my business. Then what in law's name are you doing here? Well, that certainly is unexpected. And potentially wonderful. Assuming, of course, you can actually help us. And he's got to prioritize worker prosperity over productivity. What we've got now is, poor... labor retention techniques? What's going on is... remind me again?
An inhospitable occupational environment that ignores worker safety and health concerns.
Right, that. Right. Exactly. The conditions under which Auntie extracts our labor is, unacceptable. They're egregious, even.
They work 20-hour shifts, which require stims to endure that are charged at a premium. Adrena time is actually cheaper on the undisputed claim than it is here. And if that inhuman brutality isn't enough to offend basic decency, they're also barred from using the restroom throughout the business day. Their 20-hour business day. It is an unconscionable condition to keep these workers in. I can't imagine how hard it is for them to coordinate their daily duties. No, I'm just a fellow underling suffering the corporate grind who saw the plight of these poor folk and needed to help them make a fair and reasonable deal.
That's right. Leo has been an absolute wealth of what's what. Without him, we would still be toiling
under the yoke of oppressive undervaluation due to monstrous mismanagement.
Right, that.
Me? Why, my only motivation is...
Now hold it right there. We aren't here to talk about Leo. We're here to talk about what it's going to take to make us get back to work. Right? Our shifts need to be reduced to 12 hours a day. 4 hours of personal time ain't even enough to rest, much less get any actual living done. Second, if we gotta work those long hours, we want free Adrena time. Bad enough it's making everything taste like we're gnawing nickel-pads. Having to pay for the pleasure's too far. Finally,
these workers have to work 20-hour days, and they're not allowed to even use the restroom during their 20-hour day.
Into the same 4 hours is just mean. Plus, between us,
they work for Auntie Cleo.
Gained, if you get my meaning.
Yeah.
Thank you for your trying. I don't know if we'll get it all, but every bit you add makes some part of our lives a whole lot easier.
I have to stop a worker strike, and all they want is their 20-hour day to be reduced to 12 hours a day, the ability to use the restroom throughout the day, and because they still have to work 12 hours a day, their Adrena time, which is like energy drink basically, to be free, paid by the corporation.
Welcome back, Ameliorator. Did you make contact with workers? Do they understand
Correct.
This stoppage is madness? Are they ready to return? So, what are these ingrate alley sprats willing to settle for? Golden privies and gilded sheets to be spoon-fed crunch whenever their tummies rumble? 8-hour workdays? 12-hour? Are they mad? What are they gonna do with the other half of the day? Lounge around the facility consuming air and water and power without compensating the company? I am, frankly, disappointed you would even bring me such a preposterous demand. You should have nipped this offensive arrogance in the bud.
I told them they want their shifts shortened. They're demanding 12-hour workdays, and her response was, 12-hour? Are you mad? What are they going to do with the other half of their day? Lounge around the facility consuming air and water and power without compensating the company? You fucking kidding me?
A lunch break, you say? I suppose that might be a compromise I could make. It would still be a black eye on my sterling reputation, but at least it would get them back to work. All right, you've convinced me. What else do they want? Free? Free? Nothing inside of Auntie's Choice is free. Law, nothing in life is free. Everything has a cost. Everything. Materials, labor, time, distribution, forced scarcity. Giving something away for free is akin to ignoring the cost of its creation, which is one small step from the system completely breaking down and plunging us all into anarchy. I suppose you have a point. It wouldn't be egregious to approve some manner of employee discount, especially since they're a captive market. We'll sell it for 25% off. Is there more they ask? They want to relieve themselves on company time? I've never heard something so preposterous. Can you imagine how many bits that loss of productivity
They
will
want to
cost us?
relieve themselves on company time? I've never heard something so preposterous.
What if they retreat to indulge their baser urges? Auntie would be paying for all manner of unprofitable shenanigans.
And then she said, what if they lounge around? What if they take the time to relax? What if they retreat to indulge in their baser urges?
Somewhere? Oh, that actually explains the odor in storage room 3. I never imagined they might be... I'll get the door unlocked immediately, and cleaning crews dispatched. What more do they want? Very good. Ha! I was going to say very good, but that would be downright farcical. There is nothing good about this situation. Please, just resolve it as quickly as possible.
Reminds me more and more of Tau Ceti by the minute. If these folks burn this place to the ground, I ain't telling.
Welcome back, Ameliorator. Auntie and I continue to have high hopes that you will come to shine under the spotlight of our illustrious gaze. So, are you ready to impress us?
Did a lot.
That's right, folks. Keep the chanting going. I can see the overseer up in her office, and we're definitely making her miserable.
Reminds me more and more of Tau Ceti by the minute. If these folk burn this place to the ground, I ain't telling.
Welcome back, Ameliorator. Did you make contact with workers? Do they understand that this stoppage is madness? So, what are these ingrate alley sprats willing to settle for? Golden privies and 12? I am, frankly, disappointed you would even bring me such a preposterous demand. You should have nipped this offensive arrogance in the bud. A lunch? All right, you've convinced me. What, free? Giving something away for free is akin to ignoring the cost of its creation, which is one small step from the system completely breaking down. What in the void are you talking about? My greed is certainly doing no such thing. What? No! I would never! That's slander. And or libel. And you can't prove a thing. Well, fuck. That's quite the rub, isn't it? All right, what do you want? All right. Though I don't know why you'd waste this capital leverage on benefits for strangers. But I suppose you've got your reasons. Is there more they ask? They want to relieve. What if they lounge? What if they take time to relax? What if they retreat to indulge the... Oh my. You're probably right. It's been so long since I've shared a facility, I've forgotten how unpleasant it can be. What more do they want? Very...
Alright. Was able to find some blackmail on her computer. The reason why she was making him pay for the Adrena time is because the profits from their sales were going directly into her pocket.
Hello again. Do you have news for us about the negotiations? That's as fine a place to start as any. What did that tyrant have to say for herself? She willing to see reason? Well, I can't begin to tell you what a relief that is. By which I mean, that's great news. It'll be such a load off. A most promising development. How go the other hurdles of the negotiation? She willing to see reason? Free? Really? Why, I'd surely have lost that bet. I figured we'd ask for free and settle for wholesale. You're a miracle worker. What's next? Excellent. What progress have you made? I suppose it's better than nothing. Well, you have done exceptionally well by us, my new friend. With these new conditions, we'll return to work with vigor rather than dread. Thank you.
Damn! I really felt like I was close to signing all of you, and I needed that recruitment bonus. I don't know how I'm going to afford my hair creme now, but I'll get him next time. And he won't always have you working her ankles for her. And her usual agents don't stand a chance against me.
Next time? Against you? What in law's name are you saying? Sometimes you talk so odd it don't sound like you're Auntie's choice at all.
Yeah, I was starting to have the same thought.
It don't matter. All that matters is my working conditions have just improved mightily. Thanks to you, stranger. Now, if you'll excuse us, we're gonna get back to work.
Congratulations on ending the strike, Commander. These laborers may now continue their work until death or retirement occur first.
Return to Overseer Griggs and tell her that she has lost. She left her office. Now I can take all her money.
The workers have returned and production has resumed. Wonderful work, our disruption ameliorator. I do wish it had gone more smoothly, but I understand you did what you must. I have already informed the Home Office, and with it, put in an extra sprinkling of mild praise directly with Auntie. She will, no doubt, be excited to learn of my approval. You may tell the executives that dispatched you that you have done an adequate job. Under my keen supervision, of course.
Oh, I hate all the corporations in this fucking game. They're all fucking evil. This game takes it to another level.
Commander, I have news. I finally heard back from Virgil. His message was suitably vague. I suspect he fears the Consul's eyes scanning his message, but I believe it to refer to the Arbiter training facility located on Paradise Island. Bringing our findings to Virgil will hopefully allow us to deduce something from all that we found. I only hope it dispels some of the muddiness we've encountered so far. Further complications would be most disagreeable.
You know who Auntie Cleo is? The fucking Ferengi from Star Trek. All they care about is profits. It's disgusting. God.
That Auntie's Choice Society is based upon. Not because we worship bits, but because of the system's glorious efficacy. While the Protectorate decide what... We took what nature heedlessly assembled and vastly rebettered it through artificial means. At Auntie's Choice, we strive to be 110% wholly plus artificial. Artificiality is our guiding principle. Enjoy an artificially enhanced existence through the conspicuous consumption of unavoidable embedded chemicals. With Auntie's Choice.
Just when you get to this game and you finally get to where Auntie Cleo's ship, you listen to some of these advertisements. It's a wonder all the people that take her stuff aren't dead.
A satisfactory effort, my ameliorator. I had hopes your talents would yield a result a mite more in our favor, but good work overall.
Demoted for playing confidential logs in a paid public toilet.
Well, I suppose I can't argue with the truth of that.
Anything else you'd like to report? Your performance at that facility went exceedingly well, all things considered. And it was an ideal first step in effecting my monopolistic mercantile methodology plan.
There you go again, pinning your career to that flim-flam mathematical malarkey. What do a bunch of eggheads know about marketing? Marketing isn't some rigmarole you can plug into a computronic doodad. It's instinct, intuition, know-how. It's a fucking art.
Yes, suppose we should move on. Ursula, will you do the honors?
I'm the head of our proprietary insight acquisition division. Stealing our rivals' trade secrets? That's our bread and butter. We can sometimes lack a certain subtlety, though. The Protectorate have a process called mental refreshment. Some kind of mind manipulation business. There's a facility for it on Praetor. And he wants details on their methodology, pharmacology, and technology. This archive plan says it's important. Fine. Auntie and I agree it presents possibilities. Attitude like that will take you far around here. A few aspirational goals, if possible. If you see a chance to talk their lead scientist into joining us, and/or dig up additional details about the process, do so.
Which is to say, we'll make it more worth your while. I promise you'll never want for compensation while in our employ.
See you when it's done.
Don't tell me what to do. Oh my god. Fucking pickpocket her. Let's see. Yeah, I know. Let me see. Yeah. According to ChatGPT, this one says it allows it. Gemini.
Even with half our team's 32 bats benched, they'd forfeit by middle time. It would be an embarrassment of body goals. Imagine
Gemini won't even answer the
a
question.
windfall.